Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, the seat of the Canadian government, and ground zero for the most infamous matchup in this season of the SFL Minor League, as the Birmingham Fuel take on the Ottawa Cavalry. For Birmingham, the fuel tank gauge has been squarely on the E all season long. 6 games, 6 defeats, but the team continues to work hard as they press on toward the finish line of SFLm Season 3. Tonight, they'll get their best chance at a win, facing Ottawa, another hard-luck franchise with only a win to their credit this season. The Cavalry are looking to brighten their own campaign with an unbridled chance at victory tonight. Good evening and happy SFLm game night to you. My name is Josh Zirkle. So glad to have you with us here in Week 8 of SFLm Season 3. You watched, perhaps already, Albuquerque defeating Memphis or Madison defeating Lexington. Playoff implications on the line for both of those teams. No such technicalities exist in this matchup here. We do have 2 teams that are doing their best and deserving of your attention. So settle in, make your presence known in the chat. Shout outs to Ethan Kai, Stefan Forge, Kevin Say, Paul Stewart, and the rest. We're going to watch some football. Ottawa and their home Reds with black pants kicking off to Birmingham wearing their white tops, gray pants, gray helmets. And we are underway here in Ontario. And Birmingham will get this out to the 27-yard line. And this will be my first look at Gene Struthers, the quarterback who came in Week 5 in an attempt to right the ship. And it has been a bumpy road for Struthers and company so far. And they're looking forward to a good old maple syrup slobber knocker tonight. Struthers under center on first down. He will throw deep drop. Throw it to the left side, and that is caught by Nick Lockett. Gain of 3, and let's meet the Birmingham Fuel offense. The quarterback is number 9, Gene Struthers. At halfback, number 22, Randy Squarebush. The wide receivers are number 10, Nick Lockett, and number 89, Orain Darby. The tight end is number 85, Talon Steele. And at guard, number 60, Patrick Kelly. 2nd and 7. Squarebush will line up behind Struthers. He'll pass again. Struthers steals to the left side. That is deflected once, twice, and falls incomplete. And that is Justin Reside, another midseason signing, making his presence felt in this defensive secondary. And while we have a second, let's meet the Cavalry defense. The defensive end, number 91, Mike Bellotti. At defensive tackle, number 50, T.C. Turner. The inside linebacker, number 55, K. Shine. And the rest after this play. 3rd and 7. Struthers in the shotgun here. Ottawa in the dime look. And they will go play action on the draw. And Struthers will deal to the left side. That is caught. The toe touch is good. And that is caught by number 88, Xavier Inman, the backup wide receiver. He's going to be short, and they're going to punt. Continuing with the Cavalry defense at outside linebacker, number 54, Declan O'Rourke. And number 96, Stefan Forge. The cornerback, number 26, Terrence Pearson. At free safety, number 21, Justin Reside. At its strong safety, number 32, Harry Husky. And it will be Taylor Benjamin punting this away for Birmingham. No pressure on the punt. Fielded at the 28. And sent harshly to the turf is Cole Vermillion. And Ottawa will take over at their own 30-yard line to start this drive. Ottawa, only 1 win on the season. Scar Patterson does lead the league in touchdown passes, and there he is. Number 9. Does he have any magic left in that right arm tonight? Shotgun for the Cavalry. And he will deal over the left side, and that is caught by number 17, Ryan Roosevelt. And let's meet the Cavalry offense as they get a first down. The quarterback is number 9, Scar Patterson. At halfback, number 24, Adrian Ellis. The wide receiver is number 17, Ryan Roosevelt. And number 19, Josh Stiles. The tight end, number 88, Rupert Westclaw. And at tackle, number 72, Perrin Ibarra. And it's a first down for the Cavalry. Twins to the bottom of your screen. Patterson under center will short drop and will deal to Roosevelt. And they're going to say incomplete. No toe touch for you, sir. 2nd and 10. The Birmingham defense. At defensive end, number 90, Julius Maximus. The linebackers are number 42, Garrett Hudson, and number 43, Tazzy Blackwell. The quarterbacks, number 30, Xavier Hawkins, and number 34, Stuart Zomelia. The rest after this play. Trips to the bottom of your screen on 2nd and 10, short drop, and that is caught by Roosevelt over the middle. And Ottawa's going to go hurry up here as they get into plus territory for the first time today. And they'll stay in that trips formation. I wonder if they like the defensive look that Birmingham is giving them. Pump fake, and that is caught, and that is Westclaw, his first catch of the game, and that is good for a first down. And Ottawa finds themselves in field goal range, and they will stay with this trips look. Patterson, here's the draw to Ellis, and Ellis blown up behind the line of scrimmage. That's a TFL. And it will be 2nd and 13. Greg Verne making the tackle there. Ellis up the middle again. A little more productive this time. And it'll be 3rd and 7. And it looks like Ottawa will finally regroup the huddle on a big 3rd down here at the 26-yard line of Birmingham. This would be a 43-yard field goal from this spot. And we'll see if Ottawa decides to press their luck here. They very well may. Patterson in the empty set. 4-man rush, getting home, and Patterson just barely gets rid of the ball. And it's Verne again, the gentleman with those bright white gloves. And they force the Ottawa Cavalry off the field. And this will be our look at George Murphy. And they're spotted at the 42-yard line. Murphy, your typical SFLm kicker. This is within his range. Spot is good. Kick is up. And he is money from 42 yards. Murph drills it, and see the celebration there as Ottawa takes a 3-0 lead. George Murphy from 42 yards. After forcing the Birmingham punt, the Cavalry at home answered the bell on their first offensive drive of the game. And rounding out this Birmingham Fuel defense, the free safety, number 21, Cyrus Jive, and number 39, Jerry D. Gond. And the strong safety, number 25, Nana Leahy. And that was your Birmingham defense. And we've got a kick return going to the house. 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Birmingham, after giving up a touchdown to Ottawa on their first play, decides, let's not even wait for the offense. And there's a big block right there by number 45. That's the backup tight end, Lorenzo Pirelli. That springs Inman, and it's a foot race to the pylon. And Inman just doing an outstanding job of finding green grass and open space. And just like that, Birmingham does not even need to get on offense. Ken Martin, the kicker for Birmingham, and he has his first point of the game. So Xavier Inman on a kick return touchdown brings Birmingham back on top. Well, on top, excuse me, for the first time tonight. 7-3. 8-7-7. These games are crazy. You're telling me that's the second kickoff return touchdown I've seen tonight. Mackenzie Traeger for Albuquerque had one in the early slate. And that makes 2. Now Ottawa's going to go back on offense here. And Scar Patterson, as we said, leading the league in touchdown passes. But there is some talent here on the offensive side. We saw Roosevelt make a couple catches. Josh Stiles at wide receiver. Also a very capable intermediate threat. You see 8 in the box for Birmingham. Patterson deals on first down. That's caught. Roosevelt again. Turns upfield, has a first down and more as he works his way to midfield. An outstanding catch and run by Ryan Roosevelt. In Ottawa, making hay on their first play of this drive. And you can see it's just a nice out route. And he's able to turn upfield. Nearly broke that tackle. From number 30, Xavier Hawkins. Ottawa from the logo. On their own 48, trips to the top of your screen. Ellis in the backfield. By his lonesome. He gets the call. He'll get a couple to make it 2nd and 8. Adrian Ellis, as he considers his draft prospects, will have to do a little soul searching. We're comparing himself to the likes of some of the other outstanding running backs that we've seen in SFLm. Big throw by Patterson to the left side. It's incomplete. And Patterson going to the hurry up here. They're going to stay in this 2 tight end set for 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. And that pass is deflected. That is Garrett Hudson, the inside linebacker. And after a big play from Roosevelt on the first play of the drive, Ottawa's going to punt this away. Aiden Loft, the punter for Ottawa. And they made it all the way to the 49-yard line of Birmingham. Birmingham will take over at the 22-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And now Gene Struthers from his own 22 will throw on first down. Pressure coming. Deals to the left side, and that is caught. That is out of bounds. Looking for Waylon Smith, the fullback. And a disappointing effort by Smith there, 2nd and 10. And Birmingham has had their share of struggles on the offensive side of the ball. Not once have they scored more than 20 points in a game this season. Struthers out of the shotgun, 2nd and 10, dealing over the middle. That is deflected. And it was Declan O'Rourke, an outstanding, versatile player who just joined this team in week 7. Had an outstanding game last week against Albuquerque, making his presence felt with that pass deflection there. 3rd and 10. Clock stopped at 6:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Struthers will fake the draw and will deal big over the middle, and that is intercepted. Ottawa with the first turnover of the game, and it's Justin Reside, the week 2 signing, who comes up with a big interception. We have a flag on the play, and that might be on Birmingham tackling. Or no, they're going to say that's against Ottawa. And I would have to see that. And that would have been after the interception, if I have that sequence of events correct. And no, I think I think they're going to negate the interception, and Birmingham is going to stay on the field. That is unbelievable. Struthers, big drop on first 10, making a big deal, and there's another interception. And this time it's Jim Conway, the backup cornerback, who was in on that package. And Birmingham, who got a huge break on the penalty, coughs the ball right back up on the next interception. And in the chat, that's the fair outcome. I don't know if fair is the word that I would use. But it is chock full of equilibrium, that sequence of events. And now Ottawa will take over at their own 25. Patterson on first down. Roosevelt, what a catch in traffic. Who got destroyed. His 5th catch already of the game. And you see the 6th target. He caught that 6th ball, but it was out of bounds, if I remember correctly. And now, Scar Patterson, after driving his team down the field, get a field goal, looks to do a little better this time as Ellis has the first down. This Ottawa team, they don't have the results. As we said before, only one win on the season, but this team has a lot of fight in them, a lot of talent. And I think you will be seeing more than one of these players in the big leagues coming soon. Patterson, that's a big catch over the middle. And that is number 84, Jamal Carter, the special teams ace, coming through on that play. And you can see 3 slant patterns there. Carter, the lucky recipient of the football. Great job hanging onto that ball. It's Ottawa knocking on the door again. Twins to the top of your screen. There's the throw. Intended for Josh Stiles. It's incomplete. And Patterson will hurry up again. Stiles at the bottom of your screen there. And Patterson will look for him again, and that is again deflected. I think that was Brett Woods, the backup linebacker, that got that. 3rd and 10. Short drop by Patterson, and Patterson goes down. A big sack, and look who it is. Greg Verne. Flex those muscles, young man. Huge sack on 3rd down for Birmingham. And Verne making every inch of his 6'6", 330-pound body felt on that drive. And Ottawa will punt. Aiden Loft near his own 30-yard line. As we are winding down here in the first quarter. So glad to have you with us. SFL minor league action. Birmingham and Ottawa. Each of these teams looking for perhaps one last ray of sunshine for their respective seasons. And there's Inman, who had the kickoff return touchdown earlier. Can only muster it to the 20-yard line. Gene Struthers will throw on first down. And that is caught. What a huge catch by Talon Steele. Talon Steele, listed at 6'7", but he was playing bigger than the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on that catch. Absolutely outstanding ability to reach up and take the ball away. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 now. Struthers under center. There's the handoff to Squarebush. Squarebush, if I'm not mistaken, his first carry of the game. And that will make it 3rd and 1. That was Stephon Forge on the tackle. Struthers, 3rd and 1. Squarebush again, and Squarebush has the first down. Randy Squarebush taking his time getting up, already maybe a little gassed as we're winding down here in the first quarter. 2 carries will do that to you. And as we've said, this Birmingham offense has been bamboozled for most of the season, but they're getting a little momentum here. Squarebush, the lone single back, double tight end set, 3 tight ends, excuse me. And Squarebush could barely get back to the line of scrimmage. A host of Ottawa tacklers there, among them Stephon Forge. Second and 10. Double tight ends again for Birmingham. Squarebush up the middle. Squarebush lowers his shoulder, and then he gets lowered. I think that was Conway again on the tackle. 3rd and 4. Don't miss the SFLm regular season finale this Friday, June 11th, right here on YouTube. Albuquerque faces Salt Lake City in a potential championship game preview. San Jose caps their regular slate against Lexington, while Madison and Memphis will fight to keep their playoff hopes alive in separate games. The SFLm regular season finale this Friday on YouTube. And Squarebush is going to be short of the first down, and Birmingham will punt again. They do manage some fair field position, getting it out to their own 41, and they might have a chance to pin Ottawa deep, depending on the leg of Taylor Benjamin. And this actually will be returned. And Vermillion's going to get that out to the 27. Taylor Benjamin, nonplussed with that punt. And he's not the only one. And so now Ottawa trailing in this game 7-3 as we are winding down the first quarter. And some love for Greg Verne in the chat. Patterson on first down, short drop. That is complete. It's Josh Stiles. And that is Stiles' first catch of the game for a gain of 6. Excuse me, a gain of 4. Make it 2nd and 6. And Stiles jubilant with that effort there. Simple out route. Keeps the Cavalry on schedule. And now a bunch set to the top of your screen. Patterson, another short drop. And lets it go, and that is somehow caught. Stiles brings that in on back-to-back catches, has 20 yards already. And probably a sore set of ribs. Watch this replay. And look at him just do the Mario and jump right up and take that ball away from the wanting arms of Jerry D. Gond, the defender in the vicinity. That's a big first down for Ottawa. And they're back on the logo, and there's another throw, and that's Roosevelt. And Roosevelt will get a gain of 4. And the Cavalry are officially at midfield as we reach the end of the first quarter. The teams have to switch sides, but you can stay right there. More football action coming your way. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. Seven to 3, Birmingham and Ottawa. A couple of hard-working clubs here in the minor leagues. Full of talented players. Hopeful participants. Hopeful draftees. Patterson here. A big gun, and that is incomplete. Looking for Roosevelt. Trying to fit that in the tightest of windows. I mean, I don't know if he was triple covered, but he was at least double covered. Let's call it 2.5 covered. And it's 3rd and 6. Roosevelt and Stiles. When you can get them on opposite sides of the field like you do now, Stiles up top, Roosevelt at the bottom of your screen, you could create matchup problems. Deep drop by Patterson on third down. And there's a big catch. And I think that's Rupert Westcloud. Talking about matchup problems. What a huge catch for Westcloud. His second of the game. It couldn't have come at a better time. And he just hit the deck. He just made sure he held onto that ball. And that gets the Cavalry into field goal range. On the outer edges of field goal range. Perhaps not for George Murphy. Patterson, that is caught. And that's Ellis. And Ellis has some room to run, and he gets down just outside the 30-yard line. 2nd and 3. Adrian Ellis. May not be the bell cow back that some of the other minor league teams have, at least at this point in his career. But he has a reliable option in low-volume situations. Spread look now for Ottawa. Patterson, 5-step drop. Goes to Ellis again. Ellis bobbles it. And just as I was singing the praises of the versatility of Adrian Ellis, he lets that one slip through his fingers. 3rd and 3. It happens to all of us. Big third down now for the Cavalry. Roosevelt at the bottom of your screen. Ellis in the backfield. Short drop by Patterson under pressure. That is caught. And that is Michael Foreman, the fullback. Interesting go-to choice on third down. And he's going to be short of the sticks. It's 4th and 1. I don't know if you would go for it here. But Patterson and company are at least going to present the idea of going for it. And this may just be a hard count situation. And Ottawa does call timeout with 9:09 remaining in the second quarter. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. And if you don't believe me, and I'm the only voice you've been hearing for just over a quarter now, I don't know what to tell you. 4th and 1. George Murphy's going to add another field goal here, at least try to. This will be a 45-yard attempt. Spot is down, kick is up, and that had plenty of leg on it. The Murph. Pump that fist, fella. Yeah, you did good. Nicely done. You see, I had plenty of leg on it. That might have been good from 50. That's something the coaches have to think about. As we are at a 1-point game here. So glad to have you with us for the late night slate of the SFL Minor League. 9:04 to play here in the second quarter. Birmingham looking for their first win of the season, leading Ottawa 7-6. And Inman's going to take a shot right at the 25. And they're going to give him forward progress and spot this at the 27-yard line. Very nice game so far. We had some good drives. We're seeing some offensive production. And now Gene Struthers will try and orchestrate some offensive magic of his own. Starting from his own 27. Square bush to his right in the shotgun. They'll fake the draw. Under serious pressure, and down he goes. Oh, my goodness. And that play was doomed from the start, and a little poor sportsmanship there from Central McCollum, the strong safety. And I think he was just a nickel back in on the blitz. And poor Struthers never had a chance. And that was just doomed from the start. Well-executed play by Ottawa to make it 2nd and 20. And another dime look for Ottawa. 6 defensive backs in the game. Trips to the bottom of your screen for Birmingham. Struthers in the shotgun, has time. Pressure trying to come. Uncorks a big one, and that one is intercepted. And look who it is, Justin Reside, who had an interception negated by a penalty earlier in the game. Finds a little bit of redemption. And playing deep half here, look at this. Just lunges for the ball and manages to land on his tummy and still have it in tow. I would have dropped that ball so fast. In an effort of self-preservation, Justin Reside has no such petty annoyances. And Ottawa will start to drive in plus territory. And due to that run, they'll go back into minus territory. 2nd and 12. Twins to the top of your screen. Ellis again. Ellis gets a block. Ellis to the 3rd level. And we'll get a gain of 7, 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down. And we're seeing a lot of hurry up here from Ottawa. If they like this look, 8 in the box. Patterson dealing to the right side. Ellis has a head of steam. And Ellis gets leveled, but manages to get the first down first. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Patterson on first down, looking for Ellis, this time on the left side. He gets a block. Westclaw cannot sustain it, but it is a gain of 7 yards. And now a nice 2nd and short here for Ottawa. Ellis again up the middle, and Ellis getting blocks. Ottawa doing a nice job on the offensive line, trying to get their running back a little green grass to work with. Now Patterson over the middle, and that is caught. And that is Ryan Roosevelt. And he jumps for joy with that catch, a gain of 7. And Roosevelt, I think, is one of the more versatile receivers in SFLm. He can run routes like that, those short routes, but he also likes to materialize with the ball downfield. And I don't think he particularly excels at any one of those things. That is to say, he's not great at any one thing, but I think he is good at many things. Ellis gets the call on first down, and Ellis gets blown up. A host of fuel defenders. Stuart Zomelia among them. And that's going to bring up big 3rd down. 3rd and 7. You got to think Ottawa is well within field goal range here. Now the dime look from Birmingham. Patterson in the shotgun. Low snap. Patterson deals it. Big chuck over the middle, and that is incomplete. Intended for Jamal Carter. And that was incomplete. Well defended, as we mentioned, by those 6 defensive backs. And that'll be 4th and 7, and here comes the Murph. George Murphy, good from 42 and 45. They called it 44. Let's call it 44 and a half. This will be from the 42. Kick is up. And the Murph is 3 for 3. And you pump that tiny little fist. Get him excited. And once again, Murph putting it right down the turnpike. Plenty of juice in that goose. He's 3 for 3. And Ottawa takes the lead. It's 9-7 with 6:09 left in the first half. Gene Struthers will get back out on the field. Gene Struthers, who joined this team just 3 weeks ago, a Week 5 signing, who came to this team in an hour of need, on an hour of dire circumstance, assumed the mantle, assumed the leadership and all that that entails with being an SFLm quarterback. And he would love nothing more than to guide these men and women to their first SFLm victory this season. 3 tight ends for Birmingham. Square Bush, Behind Struthers, who's under center. Big drop. He'll throw on first down. Square Bush turns upfield. He's got a first down. And that is a nice gain by Randy Squarebush. And you see the numbers there, a little bit lopsided. Those 2 interceptions do not help matters. But Squarebush making a play here. And you see him trying to outrun Declan O'Rourke. With Squarebush getting the first down. Birmingham's only score of the game so far, a kickoff return touchdown by Xavier Inman. They have not scored on offense yet so far. Struthers on first down. Finds Squarebush again. And Squarebush might get a yard. Dazzling convergence on the ball by Harry Husky, among others. 2nd and 9. Ottawa, who drew the short straw, had the week 1 bye. And they defend this pass fairly well to make it 3rd and short. And that is Darby, the backup wide receiver. Excuse me, that's Orain Darby, the star wide receiver. My apologies to Orain Darby. And now 3rd and 3. Twins to the top of your screen. Steele set to the right. Struthers throws, and that ball is deflected or tipped. And I think that was Inman again. And Inman could not hang on. This would have been a first down if he caught it. And that is right off the hands. You heard the footsteps coming. That was Stephon Forge. Forge won't get credit for a pass deflected, but he kind of should. Fear factor coming into play there. Birmingham has to punt with 4:36 left in the first half. Humongous felt the thunder coming, and the thunder comes there. The punt is blocked. Both teams diving for the ball. And it'll be Birmingham that gets to it first. Tom Hampton. And we've seen pressure. We haven't seen a block like that, and it just goes straight up. And that is a muff. I mean, that's Ottawa ball, right? Yes, it is. They're going to, the Ottawa defense, or excuse me, that's Birmingham ball. And Birmingham, after the block and the muffed punt, will take over. What a wild sequence of events. We have a kickoff. So if you're filling out your SFLm After Dark bingo card, this is what we have so far. We have an interception negated by a penalty, followed immediately by an interception. We have a kickoff return for a touchdown. We have a blocked punt with a muff. And Gene Struthers working for a Birmingham touchdown here as Squarebush flattens the defender. Tremendous running. But he is a little short of the marker. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Birmingham. Perhaps upset that they can't call the blocked punt plus muff play again. We'll run it here on 3rd and 1, and it's Squarebush, and Squarebush has a lane. And you see the numbers there, averaging 3.6 yards per carry, but they are huge yards at this point. And that will get Birmingham into the red zone. Clock ticking away. Now under 3.5 minutes to play. Squarebush again. We've got a couple blocks, but Declan O'Rourke there to make the stop. It is a gain of 3. Not too shabby for in the red zone against this defense. 2nd and 7. And now we're at 3 minutes to play. And Birmingham may be playing for the field goal to take a 10-9 lead here. Squarebush couldn't turn it upfield. We'll just get a gain of 1. That is Leyland Nichols, the backup free safety, making a play there. And you will see these interior defenders making plays, especially when there's 6 of them on the field at a time, as Ottawa has them now. Trips to the bottom for Birmingham, all slants. And that is caught. No, it's not. It's dropped. I thought Inman had it in his hands, but that is Harry Husky coming to the rescue for Ottawa. And this will make it 4th and 6. And Ken Martin will come out onto the field for the 2nd time today. This would be a 30-yard field goal attempt. Question in the chat. Ottawa touched it by way of the partial block and then muffed, but could you have called a fair catch or it is a live ball automatically? It is not a live ball automatically. And as we have that discussion, Martin drills it from 30 yards. Typically, when a punt is blocked, you want to get the heck away from it and just let it roll out. If the ball goes forward, that is. Now, if it blocked it and it went backward, then it would be a live ball. If I'm understanding that correctly. We may consult our rules expert, Cameron Irvine, later in the show. As Ottawa gets us out to the 28. And here is a note from the broadcast truck. Birmingham recovers after Ottawa touches the punt on return. That was correct. And now Scar Patterson. After watching an odd reversal of fortune, throws, caught. Here comes the hurry up. And they will not be hurrying up. This will be the 2-minute warning. Don't look now, folks. We got ourselves a game. Birmingham giving Ottawa all they can handle. It's 10-9. Don't go anywhere. Scar Patterson trying to engineer a little 2-minute magic here at the end of the first half. His team trails by 1. They'll hand off to Adrian Ellis, and Ellis manages to get through for a first down, and here comes the hurry up again. Ottawa has 2 timeouts. Remember, they used one trying to draw Birmingham off sides in the first quarter. Ellis again. Ellis has some room up the middle. And that's a gain of 8 for 2nd and 2. Birmingham not crazy about this look in terms of getting a run defense. And Ellis up the middle again. And that's a huge gain. Another first down for the Cavalry. And is Birmingham going to call a timeout? Maybe reset their defense here? Or Patterson going to change the play? This is a fantastic defensive set to run against, and Ellis does get the call again. And this time he is corralled. Greg Verne, among others, on the stop. 2nd and 9. Closing in on 1 minute to play here in the half. Patterson throws to the right side. That is deflected. Intended for Vermillion. And that's incomplete. Stuart Somalia nearly took the money and ran. 3rd and 9. If he catches that ball, then it's Elvis has left the building. Forget about it. 3rd and 9, Patterson in the shotgun. 6 defensive backs for Birmingham. Low snap, Patterson handles it. Has time, dealing big over the middle, and that is incomplete. Intended for Jamal Carter, but not in the vicinity. It looks like we're going to see Aiden Loft try and pin him deep. Go time indeed. There's never been a better time to break into the Simulation Football League. Visit simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, create a player, and start building your career today. That's got a shot. And look who it is. Oh. They're going to say he is down at the 4. I thought he might have stepped into the end zone there. That was Mike Carroll making a tremendous special teams play. And now Gene Struthers, with 48 seconds left, will try and get this ball out of the shadow of his own goalpost. A safety here would give Ottawa the lead. Struthers, pressure coming, deals to the left side. That is caught. That is Nick Lockett. I believe that's Lockett's first catch of the game. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Clock continues to run. I think Birmingham is just happy to let this thing roll all the way down. Square Bush has the first down, and that will likely be the end of the first half. And R62 makes it official. Birmingham, winless on the season, looking to thwart the forces of nature and find the victory column. They're leading Ottawa by a single point. In a brief gander at the halftime stats, not much cooking on the offensive side for Birmingham. The kickoff return for a touchdown and the blocked punt with Muff setting up the field goal for Birmingham explains all of their points. Meanwhile, for Ottawa, that man, the Murph, George Murphy, 3 field goals on the day so far. And here it is, Xavier Inman. Little spin cycle, little juke, little jive, and then it's a scamper to the pylon. Tremendous run back by the backup wide receiver. Scar Patterson has been looking for that man quite a bit. Ryan Roosevelt, his favorite target so far. Gene Struthers had that interception. Justin Reside had an interception in the first half negated by a penalty, but managed an official one there, and that one did stand. And there it is again from Murph. 42, 44, and 30 yards. The Murph has been 3 for 3 on the night. And he is responsible for all of Ottawa's points so far in this game. It's been a fun game to watch. Been an interesting, unusual game. What do you think in the chat? Paul Stewart, going to be fuel second half. Let's get this first win. Third opportunity in 2 weeks. Cregan 6'10", 2 dropped INTs. Well, you will see some dropped INTs at this level. You see some of the big leagues too. We are ready to go for half number 2. We've got drama. We've got suspense. We've got the potentially first win of the season for the Birmingham Fuel, who, after making the SFLm championship game at the end of season 2, find themselves winless through the first 6 games of the season. That could change tonight. And it's Carter for Ottawa that's going to get this ball out to the 29. And Scar Patterson and company will start the second half with the football. So glad to have you with us. SFLm action here on YouTube. Join us again on Friday night when we wrap up the SFLm regular season. And here's Adrian Ellison. And nobody's wrapping him up. There he goes. He breaks the tackle. Going down the right side. One man to beat. Oh, I think that was a face mask. But Ellis is going to go. And that is a touchdown from Adrian Ellis. 71 yards to the hizzy. And Ellis just busted this game open. Let's watch it again. There's the handoff. Gets a big block there from number 66 and breaks that tackle. And that is the deciding factor. That was not a Leahy. And that might have, I think I saw 3 potential penalties behind the play. None of them called. But it's Ellis. Busted a big play. And Ottawa retakes the lead 15-10. Now here comes the Murph with a less sizable task, just kicking the extra point here from the 9-yard line. No fuss, no muss. And it is now 16-10. Jubilation ensues from the Ottawa players in the chat. It's been a seesaw battle so far. Who knows what the rest of the second half will bring. And we're just 15 seconds, excuse me, into the second half here. Birmingham will return this. Makes a move, and Inman takes a shot right in the mouth. But gets the ball to the 31-yard line. And Gene Struthers and company will go back to work. Birmingham seeing a little bit of everything tonight from Ottawa. An outstanding secondary. They're facing quite a pass rush. Randy Squarebush has started to make his way. And he gets a call here on 1st and 10. And that is a nice gain right out of the gate to make it 2nd and 4. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. And Randy Squarebush has himself a first down after back-to-back runs to open the scrimmage play of the second half. And Squarebush could really benefit from an additional season in the minor league. He's got some raw ability, and we're seeing it here tonight. He'll take a break on this play. Patterson in the empty set. Deep drop on first down. That is caught. Excuse me, that is Squarebush, who hid from everyone, including your humble broadcaster, as a wide receiver, and makes himself a nice catch. 2nd and 6. And if you can get him out there, not only are you giving your offense an additional dimension to succeed, but you're also showcasing some ability from your star player. Squarebush this time will run it, and he's going to get maybe a yard. And he was corralled from Jump Street. And that's Justin Reside coming up to play the run, the free safety. We'll make it 3rd and 5. And Squarebush is a maxed out power back. This is his 2nd season in the minors. And then we'll go play action here. And he is. That pass is caught. That is Mike Kelly, the backup wide receiver. 4th and 1. Here comes the punt team for Birmingham.
Oh yeah, punter. I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
No pressure on the punt. It's away. Caught and defended mightily by Birmingham. That's Derek Chance, the backup tight end, making that tackle. And Ottawa will not have the best of field position starting this drive. They'll take over at their own 16-yard line. Or, as some of you call it, the 16-yard line. Patterson under center. Twins at the top of your screen. Styles at the bottom. Ellis up the middle. Ellis getting a huge block. It might have been one sidestep away for breaking that one. Already at the century mark. You see the numbers there. 123 rushing yards for Adrian Ellis. 2nd and 2. Clock continues to run. Less than 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Birmingham took a 10-9 lead into the locker room at the halftime. Ottawa came out of the gate and answered with a 71-yard run by Adrian Ellis. There's a big throw. Roosevelt goes up to get it. Cannot. And there was a battle for that ball between Roosevelt and Xavier Hawkins. Xavier wins that battle. 3rd and 2. Power I for Ottawa. Ellis again. Ellis breaks the tackle. Cannot break that tackle. That is not a Leahy bringing the hurt. Getting a TFL. And that's going to bring out the punt team for Ottawa. Birmingham might have some nice field position to start this drive, depending on the potential return. No pressure on the punt. Inman will get to the 46. And that will set up a short field for the Fuel and give them a chance to march down the field. Birmingham has 10 points, none of them accumulated on offense so far tonight. Struthers will throw it on 1st down. And no one was ready for that ball, and it's bobbled and finally falls to the ground. That was intended for Derek Chance, the backup tight end. Chance wasn't ready for it. And the ball went straight up in the air. And mercifully for Birmingham, Ottawa could not come down with it. 2nd and 10 now. Twin tight ends for the Fuel. Squarebush gets crushed at the line of scrimmage. That's T.C. Turner making a play. 3rd and 10. T.C. Turner signed in week 3. And you just look at this defense and how it has improved over the course of the season due to additions like Turner and Justin Reside. And there's a big catch from Struthers, getting it to Talon Steele. And Talon Steele has a 1st down. And Gene Struthers now 65 passing yards in just over 2 quarters. And that is a wobbly ball, but gets the job done. As Talon Steele, 6'7", 278. Speaking of mid-season signings, joined Birmingham in week 2. Steele comes up with a huge catch there. And now 3 tight ends for Birmingham now. Squarebush on the flare. Squarebush lowers his head, but can only muster a couple of yards. 2nd and 8. Birmingham marching at just the right time. Squarebush again. Squarebush drags the defender for 6 yards. And it will be a gain of 5. That was Mitch Trunk, the defensive end, that got a free ride. Didn't have to use the app or anything. Empty set now for Struthers. Short drop, under pressure, deflected at the line, and it's intercepted! And that is Jim Conway who got the deflected ball. Conway off to the races. And Jim Conway already has Ottawa in field goal range. What a terrible break for Birmingham. And another goofy ball. That deflected straight up. That might have hit his own offensive lineman in the helmet. And Conway's right there and just comes down with it. And it's up to Nick Lockett to make the touchdown saving tackle. Although there were a few others hot on his trail. An absolutely amazing play. And such a brutal interception for Struthers. His third of the game. Ellis gets the call on 1st and 10. And that's a nice run for Adrian Ellis. Very nearly made it to the 3rd level. 2nd and 2. Clock continues to run. Less than 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Ottawa looking to add to their 16-10 lead. Ellis up the middle. Ellis has a first down. Ellis nearly to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Birmingham 12. And Ellis has done a nice job of utilizing his blocking and his own speed. Ellis again. He'll get a couple. This time corralled. Garrett Hudson making the tackle, trying to slow down this Ottawa run game. Cameron Irvine is in the chat. Want me? What do you think, chat? Should we bring Cam in for an appearance? Trips to the bottom of your screen here. 2nd and 8. Patterson on the hand it off to Ellis on the draw. And Ellis, after working some magic between the 20s, is slowing down here in the red zone. And that is Brett Woods, the backup linebacker for Birmingham. I mean, my only concern with this is the things I want to ask Cam, I really want to ask in front of an audience. Deep drop for Patterson, and that is caught. And the receiver dragged down inside the 5-yard line. Jamal Carter making the catch. Justin Reeside weighs in. Yes, bring Cameron in. And the Murph is coming back out. This is a 20-yard field goal. This is just barely longer than an extra point. And Ottawa does extend their lead 19-10. And now we will bring in the commissioner of the Simulation Football League, the producer of this game and every other SFL game you've ever watched. And just recently, the birthday boy, Cameron Irvine. Cameron, welcome to the booth, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Josh. Thanks for holding it down here in the late window.
We are having a great time here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Ottawa has just extended their lead, 19-10. And Cam, I want to ask you, as we are getting into season 17, you have a slew of automated things that you are unleashing upon the SFL community. Just in your own words at this very moment, it doesn't have to be anything specific or anything general. Just how are you feeling about the SFL right now?
Well, automation's a game changer At least right now we got a couple of great games going on in the minors, but automation is going to make a big difference in the speed of the off season, and also too just the ease for players to progress their player accurately, to ensure that those progressions are put in accurately, and then to get your contract and kind of see and compare contracts if you're a free agent, from offers from other teams. So right now we've got team staff has access. Call it the beta, if you will, as Birmingham's going to have down coming up here, and it'll be released to all players here very shortly.
Squarebush catches a flare pass out of bounds, 3rd and 7. Now, Cam, you've been the nucleus of this thing since the beginning. This league has changed shape. It's changed how players have participated in it. And I would want to ask you, is there anything that you did change, as we have an interception there, and it's at Justin Reside again? Yes, it is. He's going up the right side. He's got a chance to get in, and he does. Touchdown, and that is a defensive act. And I'm embarrassed that we showed that over our air. Joe Buck, eat your heart out. What a great interception. This Reside has just been everywhere. And that ball's right in his hands. And he's got an armed escort to the end zone. I want to ask you. Sorry?
I was going to say I had a chance to call a couple Ottawa games this season, and Reside's been incredible.
Oh, he's been outstanding. And these defensive guys, they don't always have the stats to show for it. But they are game changers. And Declan O'Rourke, who just came in a couple weeks ago, I would add him to that list as well, along with a slew of others. But what I was going to ask you, have you ever changed anything that maybe you regretted, or maybe that you lamented, or maybe thought, I really missed this. It didn't really fit in for my vision for the SFL, but I really did have a nostalgic twinge when I thought about this thing. Is there anything that fits that description?
Yeah, I would say, as per tradition, as soon as I come on the mic in a minor league game, we take a frame rate hit at headquarters. So I'm monitoring that for both games right now. But that back in the day we did it a few times, but we actually did a red zone, and we had all these games. Of course, you to do 5, 6, 7, 8 games at one time. You've got to kind of pre-record it and do a little artificial playing, right?
Yeah.
But editing it was a beast, but it was so exciting, and it was really interesting. It's not something that the SFL is focused on, but it's some of our most popular videos, all time on our YouTube channel, and it's obvious that a lot of people love them. I wish that it was more feasible to do them more often, and hey, maybe one day when we have more resources, it'll come back.
Maybe one day. That'd be really exciting, and giving people a chance to watch as many games as they could. And you had a 2-hour conversation with Ashley Jackson, who I just love absolutely, and I would love to just hear in your words just talking about our co-community ambassador of the year, Ashley Jackson, and as well as Dave Axis, and as well as Nelson and all the other ones that do the podcast and put the media together that we see on the website. Just talk a little bit about them and what they're doing for the community.
Yeah, they're one of a kind. Ashley in particular is one of a kind. There's been over 1,300 individuals that have come through the SFL, over almost 9-year period, and there's nobody like the people that you mentioned, and there's nobody like Ashley. It just one of a kind individuals, and that individuality is what makes the league so great, and they're all so different. Ashley, Nelson, Tyler, Dave, everybody. They all have their unique styles, their unique presentation, their unique delivery, and it's so refreshing to have such consistency and passion within the community, and it gives me a great way to get to know new players. Back in the day, Josh, I knew everybody that walked through the door. I had personal conversations, multiple, with every single player, with every single person. I just can't do that now with the size that the league is at. So it gives me, the guy that's running the thing, a chance to get to know people, which is one of the biggest passions of mine in running the SFL is telling people stories. So they are just totally invaluable in their passion and what they bring.
I totally agree. And you mentioned that everybody does it their own way. And I think that could be, make an impact as the hashtag of this league. I think do it your own way could have equal standing as a hashtag in this league, because not only the people covering it, but also the players, also the coaching staffs, the ownership. There's just so many ways to skin a cat in this league, isn't there?
Yeah, the ways are countless, the ways are endless, and I always tell people if you don't like what you're doing now, do something else.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. The teams will switch sides, but you could stay right there. That includes you, Cam. More football action coming your way. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. Ottawa has scored 27 unanswered points in the third quarter to take the upper hand in this matchup, 26-10. And Scar Patterson with a big third down here. And we are talking to SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine about his experience. And now after 16 Major League SFL seasons, and now we're closing in on 3 SFLm minor league seasons, what component of the league would you say that needs to be, I don't want to say buffed up, I don't want to say enhanced, but you've got automation. I'm sure you spent a lot of time figuring out how that would work before you actually bought the software and figured out how to implement it. Do you have another big project on the horizon for the SFL in that same vein?
Well, I wouldn't say a big project necessarily, Josh, although there's lots of projects pending, where every inch, every corner of the league is examined and tried to improve. We've got, we're in some conversations with, with some video game partners. We're in some conversations with some live stat, graphics integration partners. We're in some conversation with more automation as it relates to maybe playbooks or stats or things like that. But, it's almost kind of like, you keep all your irons hot, you keep them all plugged in, but we're not necessarily ironing any shirts right now in those departments. But what we do need is, we need to improve all throughout the league in social media and in marketing and being present and being able to show new faces who we are and what we're all about. And Tom has steadied things in social media, and Joshua Williams has done a great job with minor league social media. But the only way that social media is going to be successful on this scale is that we need a team and we need bodies. Josh, you're a part of the broadcast team, and you can see just the crazy amount of people that are involved in that team. We need those teams all around the league, to be successful in all areas. So that's something that's hugely important to me. And if being a part of the league's social media speaks to you, I'll contact Tom Welsh and see what you can help with.
I'm going to let you go after this question. Congratulations, you're getting married in November. Is your lovely bride-to-be going to be a player in the SFL?
She will never be a player in the SFL. I had an old girlfriend way back in the day, back before the SFL even started, and she created a player, and she had a team, and I can't tell you how annoying that was, and obnoxious it was for her to constantly always be in my business. My fiance does not want to be in my business. She wants me to stop working half the time because I'm working myself to death. So no, she never will, and that's that's good. We should keep it that way. Just the same as I will never figure out how to blow air into a horn and make a sound other than me gasping for air. It just doesn't work, and that's okay.
I think it was Thomas Jefferson that implemented the idea of separation between church and state, and it's great to see that Cameron Irvine is continuing that tradition. Cams, thanks so much for the time tonight, and I guess I'll talk to you in a little bit after the game's over. I mean, you're not going anywhere, but
no, I'm not.
No.
And I must say, as just a couple of minutes ago, Josh, Tacoma beat San Jose. And we have our 4 playoff teams. Memphis and Madison knocked out. Tacoma gets the win. It was 14-14 in the second half. They end up winning 24-14. San Jose's in 2, but a wild end, so it's just going to be a fight for seeding next week. But a huge deal for Tacoma and San Jose making their first playoff appearances, as is Salt Lake, I believe. So lots of fresh faces out there.
well, especially with San Jose, considering weren't they dead last in season 2, and then for them to come back and be as strong as they've been and be as competitive they've been, and they've gotten better as the season has gone on as well. There are a lot of players on that team that I like on both sides of the ball. So
Absolutely.
Congratulations to all of them. Cam, thanks so much. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. I'm going to finish up here, and I'll see how you're doing.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. We'll see you. Hey, how about the special teams in this game? How crazy is that? It's been
This whole game has been ridiculous. It's been a comic strip. That's the way we like it.
See ya. Thanks for
And
the time,
now-
Josh.
Thanks, Cam. And that leaves us with 8 minutes to play here in regulation in Ottawa. It's only up 2 scores. They're going to punt this thing away. And Birmingham, if they can muster any offense at all, could find themselves in the thick of it. Xavier Inman gets his team out to the Birmingham 42. They get a short field. They've got the time. Do they got the money? Gene Struthers under center here. Twins at the bottom of your screen. You see the gaggle of Ottawa defenders lined up. Deep drop by Struthers. Struthers under pressure, and he's going down. And that is a huge sack, and that is Mike Bellotti. You flux it, Mike Bellotti. Hulking out after that sack. Tremendous effort off the edge. And Bellotti will do that once or twice a game. He will sneak up on you and take your lunch money before you even hear the bell. Struthers on second down. Pressure coming. That's a blitz. And that is somehow caught by Nick Lockett. And Nick Lockett very close after the sack. Nearly makes up all the yardage and then some to get a first down. It's 3rd and 1. And look at that 5-man rush by Ottawa that nearly gets home. Lockett making a tremendous catch over the middle. My thanks to Cameron Irvine for joining us in what has been a fantastic night for football. Squarebush has a first down. Can he get to the right side? Not quite. Corralled down at the 40-yard line. And there you can see the holes. Gets a little bit of block there. That's Kay Shine getting eased out of the picture by a very good Birmingham offensive line. And you see the average for Squarebush, 3.6 yards a carry. And he is working hard. Nickel look for Ottawa. Waylon Smith in the backfield with Squarebush. And that pass is also caught. That is to number 86, Derek Chance, the backup tight end. 2nd and 2. And Struthers dealing with adversity here. A lot of pressure from a tenacious Ottawa Cavalry defense. And they will leave the tight ends out there, 3 in all. Squarebush, the lone single back. He'll catch this ball on 2nd and 2. Gets free, has a first down inside the 20. And Squarebush gets his team in the red zone. Then you shimmy. After Randy Squarebush made a couple of folks miss. I'm looking forward to this replay. And you can see there's the catch. Breaks that tackle by Conway. Makes another tackler miss. And then is finally dragged down by Mike Carroll. But that is some hard-working running back in right there. Birmingham. 10 catches on 10 targets for Randy Squarebush. That is efficiency. Gene Struthers, 18 yards to the promised land, rolling out, throwing to the right side. What a nice catch by Waylon Smith, the fullback, on a simple little out route by the fullback. 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run. We're closing in on 5 minutes left in regulation. Struthers surveying the field. Trips to the bottom of your screen. 6 defensive backs for Ottawa. Pressure coming. Struthers fires. That is caught. That is talent steal. Getting inside. And Birmingham, I think, is going to hurry up here on 1st and goal. Not bad. You get Ottawa stuck in a dime look in a goal line set. But can you capitalize? That is caught by a touchdown. Who was it that caught that ball? That is Darby. And look at this. Look at the wobble in this ball. And how does he get both of those toes in? Tremendous catch at Birmingham's first touchdown for scrimmage on the night. And hell yeah, they're going to go for 2. Struthers in the shotgun. Nickel look for Ottawa. This is a bit of a surprise. Although Birmingham's got them spread out. They fake the rush to Squarebush, and then they throw to Squarebush, and it's bubbled. He drops it. Oh, my goodness. That had all the makings of genius. The execution was just a little shaky. It was Declan O'Rourke, and actually that is not Randy Squarebush. That's William McDaniels, the backup halfback. And that might be bad news for Birmingham. And we'll get an update on that as soon as we figure out what is going on. But I do not know why Birmingham would consciously pull Squarebush out of the game for a pivotal 2-point conversion. As it stands now, it's a 10-point lead, and Ottawa recovers the onside kick. Like they're pulling a jug of milk out of the fridge. Nothing to it there. That's Leyland Nichols with the recovery. And Scar Patterson will have a chance to add to his touchdown stats, although I suspect they're probably going to run this out. Bunch set, Ellis to the backfield. Ellis gets the call. Ellis up the field. Ellis to the 30, the 20, and he's inside the 20-yard line. Finally dragged down by Jerry D. Gond. And you see the numbers there, 153 yards. Had the long touchdown earlier. And just great blocking. And Cole Vermillion tries really hard to get the block on Gond there. It almost happens. He can't quite get around to him. Clock continues to run. We're at 4:20. In case anybody was wondering. In case you were looking for that specific sequence of numbers on the game clock. That's what I was driving at with that. Offset eye for Ottawa. Patterson, short drop, throw it to the outside. That is caught by the fullback. And he's got a gain of a couple, fighting for extra yards. And Michael Foreman gets himself a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Apparently he has been doing things.
Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules to discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcasts each week with the hashtag Make an Impact. Ellis on 2nd and 6. He's hauled down from behind. Nowhere to go. And number 51, Brett Woods, leads a gaggle of Birmingham defenders to the tackle. And now 3rd and 10. And while we have a second, let us preview this fine slate of games for the regular season finale. Bunch to the top of your screen. Patterson under center. Big 3rd down here. They need to get to the 6. They'll hand it to Ellis. Ellis is going to make this really close. Gets inside the 10, but finally met by a handful of defensive backs. It's 4th and 2, and I think we're going to see another appearance by the Murph. Your week 9 schedule. Albuquerque will host Salt Lake City in what I suspect will be a preview of the SFLm Season 3 Championship. San Jose at Lexington. Madison at Ottawa. Memphis at Birmingham. And Tacoma will finish their season on a bye, so they get a free week of rest. And the Murph delivers, and the score is 29-16. Still a 2-score game with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. And Gene Struthers will get at least one more bite at the apple here. Inman looked like he had a chance to work some kickoff magic again. And remember, it was Inman that ran the second kickoff that he fielded to the house. Here comes Gene Struthers with 2:28 to play. Squarebush will get a couple. And here comes the hurry up with Birmingham. Struthers again, dealing again to Squarebush. The defenders converge. And he's going to be down 3rd and 7, and this will probably get us to the 2-minute warning. Dramatic conclusion within reach. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. Week 8 action. Birmingham at Ottawa. Birmingham trying to make something happen. Incomplete on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th and 7. And that is just unfortunate. And the GGs are making their way in the chat. Ottawa will improve to 2-5 on the season, barring a series of miracles from Birmingham here. And Struthers takes a big shot. At the hands of Bruce Horn, the backup defensive tackle. And he just had a free shot at Struthers. That's almost unfair. And I don't know what the appropriate thing would be to say to a team that's about to go 0-7, other than to suggest that it's about the journey. It's not about the wins and losses. It's about the men and women in your locker room, the experiences you have during the week in this community. and the promise of greener pastures in the big leagues. And all the players that started on this team at Birmingham and have joined this team in midseason. I think it was Bill Parcells that said, "You are what your record says you are." I do not believe that to be true here in the SFL. And we saw it earlier. San Jose Flight. They finished dead last in Season 2. Are now a playoff team here at Season 3. And you know that a similar fate is within reach for Birmingham as Patterson goes down. And they're going to use their last timeout. Greg Verne has been all over the map. Everything short of sliding into Scar Patterson's DMs. And here comes the Murph again. Testing the range. This will be from 48 yards. Spot is down. It is blocked. And recovered by Birmingham. Don't touch that dial just yet. And Murph is beside himself. Now Gene Struthers will get one more bite at the apple here with 1:41 to play. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Dime look for Ottawa. Will Struthers have time to uncork a long throw? He does there. And I think that is Talon Steele with the big catch. Birmingham in plus territory now. Struthers again out of the shotgun, over the middle again. And that is caught. A spin move there. And that is Inman. Gets his team into field goal range. Obviously, a field goal does them no good. Struthers throwing. And that is caught. 3 completions in a row for Struthers. And they are going to stay in the hurry up and stay in this shotgun look. Struthers again. Caught. Touchdown, Birmingham. Mike Kelly getting it done. Great catch at the goal line. Saunters in. And it is now a 7-point game with just under a minute to play in regulation. Ken Martin will attempt the extra point here. We've had a blocked field goal already. And this game has been so weird, I assumed nothing. Extra point is good. 6-point game. And another onside kick coming from Ken Martin. The first one, a bit of a dud, but he's had a little practice now. Let's see what Ken Martin could do with onside attempt numero dos. It is up, bobbled. And I believe that is recovered by Ottawa. Derek Chance made a stab at it. Could not come up with an Ottawa ball. Birmingham out of timeouts. This will be a quick dose of victory formation. Congratulations to the Ottawa Cavalry on their second win of the season. And to all the other winners here in SFLm week number 8. A reminder that Friday, June 11th, we wrap up the regular season of SFLm Season 3, highlighted by Albuquerque facing Salt Lake City. That's going to be an outstanding game. We've got a full slate Tacoma, playoff bound Tacoma, the only team not in action on Friday. Good game, both teams. Patterson will take a knee, and that'll do it. The Cavalry double their win total at home, overcoming a 10-9 halftime deficit, and came back to make it 29-23. Paced by the Murph, George Murphy, a field goal kicking machine. And we look at the post-game numbers here. Ellis, 156 yards, 1 touchdown. And here's some big running here. Look at him go. The performance of Adrian Ellis was what broke this game wide open for Ottawa. And what would look like a bit of a stalemate and would stay a stalemate. Gene Struthers had 2 touchdowns, but also had 3 interceptions, including that one picked off by Jim Conway. In a game that had more than its fair share of bobbles, bounces, and bleeps. And there is George Murphy making it happen. Ryan Roosevelt leading Ottawa with 64 yards receiving. And Randy Squarebush contributing 58 yards of offense to Birmingham. And there's Justin Reside's second interception. And that one is going to go all the way to the his. And the mooning thing is hilarious. Gene Struthers with a touchdown there. And here's Adrian Ellis again. Just a tremendous game. With all 4 of our playoff teams set, take some of the drama out of what can be decided on Friday. But there is plenty to look forward to. Plenty of football coming your way. And here's your player of the game. I've been told that that may not be the case. Adrian Ellis, 156 yards and a touchdown. So we will have some playoff bursts on the line come Friday, June 11th. The fun starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. We hope you make it. For Cameron Irvine, I have been, still am, and will continue to be Josh Circle. Please join us on Friday for more SFLm action. Until then, I'll see you on the internet. Good night from Ottawa.